Hello and welcome to Megamation Direct Line training video. In this video, we'll be going over the Hazardous Materials module. To go into the Hazardous Materials, click on Module, Hazardous Materials, and then you can see under that submenu various screens that can be used to dispose of and maintain hazardous materials safely. It allows you to type in entries, mark them in inventory, and generate service requests for material disposal. You can also tie the disposal to a requisition or a purchase order. So we can start with the first screen for hazardous material disposable inventories. And when we click on the menu item, it loads up the screen and gives you fields in green and white as well as grayed out. In order to search existing entries, the user can always click on the search icon and search by any of these options like storage location, hazard classification, supplier name, or material code. So if we went by material code and select a few of the examples, once we hit OK, it shows us what's available based on the material codes we selected. We can select all to load them up on this hazardous material inventory screen. So here's an example of a material code put in a certain location with the classification, and when you click on the drop down you can see the various classifications that can be set up, and these are easily set up from the administration submenu for hazardous materials, which I can show you by minimizing this module by going to Administration, Hazardous Materials, Material Classification Codes. Using the drop-down shows you how each one of these is set up, and it's very easy to set a new one up using that clear button to clear the screen and typing in your own classification you would like to use. If we were to use something like flammable as a classification, we can then enter it in and save the entry. And when we go back into the hazardous material inventory screen and click on the drop down for classification, we can see that it's been added in here. Similar logic applies for storage location drop down, and you can always tie this inventory, which is considered hazardous, to a type, put in a quantity, how many are on hand, tie it to an account number, even tie to a supplier. On page 2 of the inventory screen, users can enter in location-specific notes. The same entry can also be opened up in the Hazardous Materials General Entry screen. So if I type in ABC here, it will tell us that the entry is locked because we have it open on the material inventory screen as well. And on page 2 of the screen, you can type in your general comments. If we are talking about the type drop-down, even that can be entered in from the administration module, which I have minimized here, by going under Module, Hazardous Materials, Storage Location Entry, or Material Type Codes. So you can always add new entries here and in turn find them populated here in the drop-down.